Hi everyone, it's Terry here sharing another process video for Scrap the Girls. This month the challenge is to use stamping on a layout. So I've pulled out my travel stamps and I've pulled this Vicky Boutin mixed media background out that I'm going to just add some extra mixed media to. So a little bit of stenciling and then some stamping on top using coordinating distress oxide colours in these rainbow colours. So I'm just going over the top of each area of kind of paint using this cobblestone stencil from Pear Tree Cut Files, using just a blending brush and similar colours to what's in the background. Just adds a slight kind of pattern to those areas. A lot of it will get covered up and there'll be stamping on top as well. I just wanted to kind of make it my own a little bit more. So once I'm happy with the background, I'm pulling out my stamps. I'm going to do the same idea, kind of tone on tone stamping with some background stamps. I'm just working out roughly where I might want to put my photo and this cut file that I'm going to use as my title. So I'm going to use this little tree cluster stamp, which is from one of the Heidi Swapp stamp sets. It's all about outdoors, so I'm just going to use the same colours that I used for the stencil and just stamp multiple times in those colours, like tone on tone, so you can see them but they're not too obvious. And because my photo is about being outdoors, I decided that I wanted to use more outdoorsy, travel-y type stamps. So as my title, I'm going to use this Let the Adventure Begin, which I've backed with vellum. And I'm just going to glue that directly onto the background. And once I'm happy with it, I'm going to add some more stamping in and around that, but this time using a grey distressing so that it stands out a little bit more. I'm just adding in this compass with the directions on, again from that same Heidi Swapp Outdoors collection, and there's some words that say things like great outdoors. There's I'm just stamping there, there's a definition for explore. So I'm just going through looking at what I want to do, and I've got this wild stamp set which is from Ali Edwards, so I think I might want to use some of those on this. But to give it a bit more boldness, I decided I'm going to actually stamp these in black. So I've just pulled out that little mountain stamp, and then I go with some more phrases. But I just want there to be a little bit more definition with these ones. I'm using just a normal archival ink that I've had for years from Ranger. It's definitely my go-to if I'm using mixed media and might want to add things on top, because it doesn't smudge. So now I'm going through the Simple Stories this summer sticker book, and I'm pulling out some of the phrase stickers, and I'm going with kind of tone on tone kinds of colours. So I've gone with the greens and the blues there, and then I'm going to look at what's on the kind of pale, it's not white, it's like an off cream colour, and I'm just chopping up this phrase so that it fits nicely underneath those two that I've already popped on the layout. So I found this little map in the sticker book, but these stickers are really quite thin, so I always tend to stick them on top of some white cardstock and then cut them out again, just because I like to layer things up and find that the stickers are sometimes a little bit thin for that. They're really good for base layers, but not if you're wanting to pop them up. So I'm just going through adding a few stickers here and there, as mentioned before, trying to aim mostly with tone on tone. There's not really much in the way of purple, so I have gone for that dark black camera on the purple. And now I'm pulling out some other sticker sheets. So I've got this the new Paige Evans sticker sheet. I think it's from the last collection she released, and it's got this strip of florals. And all the florals work really well with the colours that are in the background. So what I'm going to do is, instead of using it as a full strip, I'm going to fussy cut each floral out and use it as an embellishment on the area where the colour is in the background. And with using tone on tone, they just they're there, but they're not too obvious. They don't detract from kind of the title. It's quite a busy background with the stamping and the stenciling, so I don't want to add too much. So again, I'm going with some little hearts from the Paige Evans sticker sheet, which are in the same colours. There's not a huge amount of embellishment because I really want those stamps to still stick out. I feel like there's not enough black on this layout, and that those words let the really fade into the background a little bit, so I decided to paint them black. So this is not the easiest thing to do because I've already stuck the bottom section down, but I do manage to get my craft mat underneath so that I can colour it in or paint it without too much worry about getting it on the background. Just add a few little black splats here and there just to pull it all together. And I've got one of these little cork geotags from Pear Tree cut files that I'm just adding there, and then I finish off with lots of sequins that again I'm using like tone on tone colours for. So some of the eagle-eyed of you may realise that I've actually used a photo of me and my husband and this is meant to be Scrap the Girls. So what I did decide to do is take off that photo after I'd created the layout and add 2 smaller photos that are me. So it's the same trip, the same place, but I decided to use a different photo because I'm trying to really embrace scrapping just myself rather than my default of scrapping the selfies that we take together. Thank you for joining me on YouTube today. Don't forget to check out the challenge over on Facebook and join in. I'll be back next month with another Scrap the Girls video.